Okay, so this is an unscripted video, which means it may be prone to dragging on or rambling. And it's not the kind of video that's normally in my forte. It's not the kind of video I normally like to do. Uh, but I feel as though it is deserved. And that's a video about my sister. Because here it is, February 18th, which is her birthday. And she's no longer with us, and I miss her. I'm not normally good at opening it up and shelling out my feelings or anything like that, but today has been one of those days. Uh, and I'll put some pictures of her on screen and whatnot, but it's probably just going to be the stuff from her social media because I don't want to go get the younger stuff or ask family for video or pictures of her or whatnot. I don't want to put the family through that, especially today. And I'm doing this thing last minute, so who knows? Here it is, 1 o'clock on her birthday, and I'm making a video last minute about it. I said I wasn't gonna do this, and I said I wasn't gonna get all emotional, but here we are. So you guys can't imagine, or well, I mean maybe some of you guys can. I don't know, but I can't imagine hardly what it would be like to lose a child. I can't sympathize with my mom on that. And frankly, I wouldn't want to. I can hardly empathize with it, even thinking about it. You know, if it were to happen to my son, I'd go nuts. So, yeah. But she's gone. And a little piece of us are kind of missing. She's survived by her baby boy, which I'm sure you'll see in some of these pictures. She was so lively and energetic and stubborn. Both her mom and her dad. I mean, all of us. I guess we're a big bull-headed family. Miss her. There are things I still remember. She was probably 6 years old, and we were living in Charleston. And she would have nothing to eat for, golly, it had to be 6 weeks or 2 months. The only thing she would eat is fish sticks. See, she was 6, so I'd have been 8, maybe 9. And to this day, I still don't like fish sticks. It is 30 years later. I don't like them. I won't eat them. I don't even like fish, for that matter. I blame my sister. Said I wasn't going to get emotional during this thing. But I've had a bit of an emotional roller coaster so far today. And like I said, this isn't my kind of video. But maybe somewhere, someone out there will benefit a little bit from watching this. You know, that's pretty cool hope, right? She ended up having some issues with drugs, and not the mainstream kind of drugs you think of when you're thinking of drugs. You know, not cocaine or heroin or all that jazz. Her drugs were more of the narcotic nature, painkillers and things like that. And she ended up overcoming that. She went through rehab a couple of times, and boy, it was a challenge. But she managed to make it past all that, and that's great. She still had some other vices, like she would drink from time to time, and for the most part responsibly, but there were a couple of occasions where she got a little too far gone or what have you. And But she decided to go to this party, uh, and it was, friendly party, but there was drinking and whatnot, and I guess at one point or another they started passing around pills. And I guess this is this is the thing she kind of thought to herself. And you can, if you're thinking this, or you believe in this way, then this might be the part that you need to hear of this video. Because the person that she went with expressed that, said that she was expressing these kind of thoughts. This was always her. I know myself. Don't worry, I know how much I can take. Don't worry about me. I've got this. I know me, right? And if that's you out there, and if it is you, you might even be thinking, oh, that's bullshit. I know myself. And I guess we all do. Until we don't. But she's gone now. Because she knew herself and ended up, I guess, when they were passing around some of these pills at this party, I guess she ended up taking some. Well, no, I guess to it. She ended up taking some. And she ended up passing away because of it. Which sent all of us kind of down this spiral. And my brother and I, we like to do this thing. I don't know if we can say like, but we do this thing that sometimes makes it a whole lot easier. And that's that we like to think, because, we didn't always get along. There were times we'd spend days or weeks or months even without talking to her, because she had a great way of frustrating us. We'd get upset at each other like siblings do. She was really good at it. So we would just pretend that she's gone. She's off somewhere. She's doing her own thing. We're upset at her. But I miss her. I should be grateful for the time that we got to share together. In fact, you could say she wasn't even supposed to be here. I don't know if, in fact, I can almost guarantee if you guys are below a certain age, you guys won't even know what this is. You'll have heard of it or whatever, but chicken pox. Probably a lot of you guys haven't even ever gone through this. But back when I was a kid, there was this thing called pox parties. And that's where, if one of the kids in the neighborhood got it, then you'd strip all your kids down to their undies, basically, and, they'd go have a party together. And just hang out for a few hours or a day or whatever. The point of this was literally to spread chicken pox through all the kids. This is, I guess, before the vaccine for chicken pox, whichever one that is, which obviously does its job. And you'd intentionally, it's not like the cold, you don't get it again once your body memorizes it and develops an immunity to it. So you'd send all your kids to this pox party. They'd get it, and then everybody in the neighborhood would have it and have it done with, so that way we didn't have to deal with it again. You got chicken pox once in your life. But y'all, you younger kids, you probably have never had it because, hopefully you're vaccinated and never had to deal with it. Don't have to stress over it. But my mom was pregnant at that time when the pox party was going on, and so my sister ended up getting chicken pox, in utero. And all the doctors were urging us as time came closer, saying, they're not going to survive. The mother may not survive. The the baby most likely will not survive, and the chances of both of them surviving is basically none. Less than 1 in a million. In fact, I think my mom is published in a medical journal because they both survived, and you can accredit faith or the law of attraction, but my mom was stubborn. Uh, Anyone started saying, nope, she didn't listen to it. Anyone started saying something like, chances of this or chances of that, nope, Mom vehemently believed. No matter what, she was getting through this. And I'm sure it scared the heck out of Dad, because she even said a few times things like, if it comes down to it, make sure this baby makes it, and you take care of him, and la da 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 da. And I can't imagine that. That's always been kind of an irrational fear of mine, is when my wife went to give childbirth, because she suffered placenta previa, and there were some issues there where we had to go with a C-section. That's all, before even all that, that's kind of been an irrational fear of mine. The chances of something happening during childbirth are so low now, but I feared that, that might take my wife away. I wouldn't know what to do about it. But Mom, as stubborn and strong as she is, decided that wasn't going to be how it was. So both she and my sister made it. And we got to spend, because of it, 34 years together. On this earth. Before she went home. And I love her. And I miss her. And maybe just hearing this story will help somebody out there. And I hope it does. It's a good thing to think for anyway. Well, I've still got answering machine messages from my sister, and they're not anything helpful or fancy or even loving. It's just my sister complaining about me never answering the phone. My wife wishes I'd take care of it and move them somewhere else. I just don't want to get rid of them. I don't want to close that chapter. Anyway, I'm done blubbering. This already went on a lot longer than I intended for it to. I love you guys. Be safe.